Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Get this camera real quick. All right. What's going on, everyone? My name is Alex Halsey. I'm the health fitness specialist at the McLean location. Welcome to Kick and Push, lower body and core. All right, so for today's class, you're going to need some weights. We do have some unweighted options that you can use as modifications to work in your workout. But welcome to a new class again. All right, so check the description for the moves that we'll be doing. Check the description for the format, but I'll explain that for you as well. We're going to have two 10-minute intervals. For these two 10-minute intervals, we're going to be hitting one leg move, one core move. All right, you're going to repeat those two moves for the 10-minute interval, and then once that first 10 minutes is over, you'll take a brief break. I'll demonstrate the next two moves, and then we'll get going with the next two moves for the last interval. So just focusing on two moves at a time. That's 4 moves total. All right, so keep it very, very simple. One is going to hit hamstrings, one is going to hit quads. So in other words, the front of your thighs, then the back of your thighs. The first move is going to hit the back of your thighs. All right, second move, we're going to hit the quads, front of the thighs. All right. Again, I'll show you modifications where you can have unweighted options if you don't have any weight to use, but external weight will be very useful for today's exercises. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get warmed up. Grab your weights, grab your water, clear your space, and let's get started. So start doing some air squats to loosen up. Smooth movement as you're coming down. Try to spread the floor with your feet. That's going to create some tension in your thighs and your glutes. Help stabilize those joints a little bit better, and it'll push the knees out as you come down. Again, all the moves are in the description, so just check the description to see what we're going to be doing. Try to continue to get lower and lower. All right, and come on up. We're going to come down to the floor or your mat. Go right into cat-cow. Going to arch your back up. Exhale. Inhale, bring your head back. Bow your back. Going to go back and forth. Make sure you're breathing. Got a few more. One more. From here, you're going to come to a high plank. Going to go right in to plank pushbacks. So you're going to be in your high plank. Push your butt back to your heels. Keep your knees elevated. It's almost like you're squatting. You're just facing the floor. Two more. One more. From here, gonna come to a runner's lunge. So you're gonna bring right leg up and rotate on up. Your palms are inside of your leg. It's going for 5 reps. There's 4, here's 5, and switch. Exhale as you rotate up. Walk all the way up. What you're going to do now is fold over. Just touch the floor, or you can bring your hands under your toes, squat down, stand stand back up, just as far as you can go. So once your heels start to come up, that's where you want to stop your squat and stand back up. You do not have to go all the way down either. Just go down far enough so that your thighs are parallel to the floor. Come back up. Just warming up the hamstrings a little. All right, walk it back out. Gonna be on your glutes, on your butt, sit down. Have your feet slightly wider than hip width. Then you're just going to fold your knees down to the ground, just loosen up the hips. Pivot on your heels, all right? So keep the heels in place. Drop the knees to the left and to the right. Try to keep your torso straight. Just loosen up the hip joint right here. Do your best to try to keep your torso upright and supported by your arms. All right. So from here, you're going to come into a regular hip bridge, or you can come into right here, a reverse tabletop, where you're sitting upright just like you were, and you bring your hips up. If you want, you can even reach up high, alternate your hands. Last one, and done. All right, so slip on over. Go ahead, begin your jumping jacks. You can do step jacks. I'll show you what the first move is. All right. So we have RDL, a Romanian deadlift. You can do a single leg or double leg RDL. So single leg RDL, back leg comes up as you fold down to the ground. You can do a double leg RDL. Both feet are firmly planted on the ground. You're going to push your butt back, drop your chest down to the floor, feel the stretch in the hamstrings, keep the back straight. Don't want to be here, flatten the back out. So bring your shoulders back, expose the chest, push the chest into the floor, and stand up. Single or double leg RDL. Your modification is to come down onto the floor, and you've got a hip bridge right here. The further you bring your heels in, the more of your glutes you're going to work. The further you bring your legs out, the more of your hamstring you're going to work. All right? So if you want to work more of your hamstrings, extend your feet out more. If you want to work more of your glutes, bring your feet in more if you're opting for the bridge. The core move is going to be a standing windmill. So you're going to have a weight. Bring the weight overhead. You want to open your legs to a straddle position. Left arm is up. Right arm is elevated overhead. Reach the left arm down toward the foot. You don't have to touch the foot, but you do just want to make sure you feel the stretch in your obliques here, your lower back, and in your leg. All right? So you just switch every time you do that core move. Right arm is extended overhead, switch the next set, left arm. Your modification for the side windmill is a side crunch. So knees are to the side, shoulders are flat, crunch, sit up. All right, just like the other move, make sure you alternate. So we got 10 minutes back to back with those two moves. Let's get it going. RDL, hip bridge, windmill, and then your modification is side crunches. All right, so let's get it. All right. So again, pushing the butt back, that front leg is slightly bent. It's not locked out. Rep wise, you're just going for about 12 reps. Take your time, do not rush. Hamstrings are often pretty tight, pretty weak, because we spend a lot of time standing or sitting. So take your time, make your movements as fluid as you possibly can. Again, about 10 to 15 reps, but 12 should be the sweet spot. It just depends on your weight. The heavier the weight, the fewer reps you're gonna probably be able to do. So don't go too crazy. You do want to be able to walk tomorrow. Keep that back straight. And when you're done, switch legs. Or you can switch legs on the next set. I'm going to be doing both of my legs. Again, that front leg stays bent. Push the chest down. Once you feel that stretch and you can no longer stretch your hamstring, come back up. Keep tensioning your hamstring by trying to pull your heel back. All right, so almost like you're trying to drag your foot backward into the ground. That's how you keep tension in your hamstring. All right, so again, you have that windmill or the side crunch. We're under 8 minutes already. This is a more advanced move, so don't feel like you have to do it. Go for the modification of the side crunch if you like. Don't have to touch your foot. Just reach down enough so you feel the stretch in your obliques. Now switch sides next time I come back to that move. Again, remember, no rush, clean form, be as smooth as you possibly can. If you have a mat, you might have a harder time doing this, but if you can stand flat on the ground, it'll be a little bit easier to do. Just because the mat absorbs your weight, you'll be shifting a lot more. The floor is rigid. It's nice and rigid, less room for your foot to move and shift. I'm doing both legs again. You don't have to, but you can. Just keep in mind this is easier to do when you are on the floor as opposed to a soft surface like this mat. And I have another mat under here as well. So if you do find yourself having a hard time, be mindful about the surface you're performing this move on. Don't forget to switch sides. We got 5 minutes to go. As you go down, keep your eyes up on the weight. You can bend your knees slightly, just like in the RDL. Okay. Should be feeling that in the obliques and in the lower back. All right, we got 4 minutes flat to go. Smooth movement, or as smooth as you can. Try not to let your hips open up as you come open. Try not to let the hips open up. Keep those hips square and forward. Do your best to grip the floor to keep your palm, or not your palm, but to keep your foot flat. So that way you can maintain your stability. All right, keep going, guys. We got 2.5 minutes to go. A pair of 90 seconds. All right. Ooh, it's getting hot. Open your window. It's a warm day today. It's supposed to be 70 degrees. Don't drop your weights. But if you do, just act like you ain't hear it. Keep it going. Keep the eyes up. Ooh. All right, so we got exactly 90 seconds left on the clock. Whew. Keep going, y'all. And if you did drop your weight, just pick them up. It's all good. All right. Up. Get it right, get it right. Keep those hips forward. Don't let them open up. Keep those shoulders back. Keep the back straight. All right, we got 30 seconds. Okay, first interval, all done. First two moves, hopefully those was easy enough to follow. All right, let me know what y'all thought of that, and I'll show you what we got for the next two moves. All right. All right, so we're gonna go over to the quads now. And this one is pretty easy. We have a wall sit. All right, so you can just do a regular wall sit as the main move. To make this harder, regular wall sit. make this harder, you're going to go into a staggered stance. So all that means is you're going to come down, sit normally, but bring one foot forward. Okay, you can kind of bring your toes up to keep the tension in the quad. All right, just bring one foot up. You can keep your front foot, put the heel of the front foot in line with the toe of the back foot. That way you can gauge your stance a little bit better, be more consistent. All right, we're gonna cut this one short too. We're gonna only do about 8 minutes as opposed to 10. All right, and then our core move is going to be pike or leg lifts. So leg lifts, we know how to do leg lifts. Flat on the back, lift the legs. Pikes, flip over on your belly. You're in a forearm plank position. Pike up, come back down. Pike up, come back down. All right, so you have your wall sit. If you want to make that wall sit harder, you're only going to sit for about 20-30 seconds. If you want to add to that, what you want to do is just add about 10 squats right after the wall sit. All right, that's how you can make that harder. Okay, of course you can add weights, reduce weights to make it harder or easier. All right, let's get this last set going. Like I said, we're going to cut this short. We're going to do 7 minutes. All right, here we go. Let's get y'all out at a decent time. Let's go. So I'm going to do weight on my next one. Just sit for about 20 to 30 seconds. Go based off of what you know you can handle. Okay. Try to get the shins and the thighs to a 90-degree angle and just hold. Make sure you breathe. That's 20 seconds. That's actually about 30. Yeah, I'm gonna go 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm back up. All right, so again, you can add 10 squats. Let's do 10 squats right after you finish that wall sit. You should be good to go. And I'll be doing both of these core exercises because I like them both, but you can choose one or you can choose two. I'm alternating each round, so you should be able to get through both of these moves relatively quickly to set you up with plenty of sets, opportunities for sets. Don't forget your modifications. You can add weight. You can stagger your stance. So right now I'm staggering my stance, and I got some extra weight. Again, you can kind of lift the toe to help even out the load on the quad and the hamstring, but it'll keep your quad with the majority of that tension. The burn should build up. If it doesn't, just hold it a little bit longer. And I'm done. Ooh. Oh God. Just looking for the burn. Just looking for the burn. And we've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Abbreviated interval right here. All right, we got 4 minutes flat to go. You're staggering your feet. Make sure you switch your feet after each set. So I have my right leg out front. The left leg's going to go out front this time. Remember, try to keep the front heel in line with the back toe. or the heel of the front foot in line with the toes of the back foot. If you lose count, that's okay. Just hold it till you burn. Hold it till your legs burn. Of course, you don't have to hold it till you can't hold it anymore. You still got to get the core exercise in, short interval. So we're going to be back and forth, back and forth. Whew. All right. Just over 2.5 to go. Keep it moving. I think I'm going to add in some squats after this one. If you're staggering your stance, make sure you alter or you switch your feet. Just over 2 minutes to go. You want to create tension in your thighs, okay? So purposely squeeze your thighs to help keep you in place. You want to create tension in such a way where if someone came and bumped you, you wouldn't be too disturbed. You wouldn't be too perturbed. Like they really wouldn't do anything to your stability. That's what I want you to think about when you're tensing up your legs. Ooh. Oh, man. All right, here we go with the squats. We got 90 seconds to go. All right. 1 minute flat to go. Keep it up, keep it up. Whew. All right. 30 seconds flat. Let's finish strong, y'all. Come on. Make sure you get low, parallel, 90 degrees at the thigh and the shin. I'm gonna hold it, 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. Whew. Walk it off. Check it out. All right, so I know that second interval was shorter, so we did 7 minutes instead of 10. All right, that's on me for time, but in either case, we'll have that second move return next week, so that way we can get another opportunity to hit it. And please let me know if you guys want to see that move again in the future as well. I got you for next week, but if you want to keep seeing that, please let me know. I like that wall sit a lot because it's low impact, if you will. Like it's not really it's a static move. It's an isolated move, isometric move. So not a lot of movement going on, but it's still challenging. It still helps you out. Think about getting up from a seated position. That move will help you do that. So if you ever find yourself having a hard time getting up from a seated position, that's the type of move you want to do. So let me know if y'all want to see that again after next week. All right. So other than that, grab your water, take a swig. We're gonna go ahead and get stretched out over here in a minute. join me down here on the floor. Nothing too crazy today. We got our 30 minutes of work of exercise. Good for you. Log it in your watch. Close your rings. Hopefully that's helping you close your rings or get your steps, whatever. All right. Come down to child's pose. And just breathe. All right. Go ahead, come up. Come into a kneel, a knee. Push the hips forward. If you can. Right leg is forward. Loop your right hand around. Grab the left leg. That's too hard. Try looping your leg with your left hand instead. Stretch out the quad right here. And relax. Straighten that front leg out. Push the chest into the leg. You can use a wall for support, or you can bring your hand down to the floor for support. Really trying to focus on the hamstrings in the upcoming classes. So let me know if there are any type of hamstring moves you guys want to see. Other than that, just know hamstrings and glutes are what the focus are going to be in the upcoming classes for the rest of the month. And relax, come up and switch. Push the hips forward. Loop the left hand around to get the foot. Stretch out the quad. If that's too hard, go with the right hand. And relax. Straighten front leg out. And push the chest to the thigh. And relax. Bring both knees down on the ground. If you can, bring your, you can flex your ankle like so, or you can keep your feet flat. And just lean back, stretching out the quads here a little bit. If you aren't able to do this, no worries. Just go ahead and hop to your feet and do a standing quad stretch for both legs. We will join you in 1 second. And go ahead, come on up. Hop to your feet. Go ahead, come to a straddle position. Fold over. Left hand, right foot. Slowly roll right hand to left foot. Do your best to keep your legs pretty straight. Back to the center. Big breath, slowly come up. All right, that is our class for today, you guys. I know I kept you all a little bit longer than usual. Thanks for staying in there working with me. Good job for today. That's our class for today. Hope to see y'all next week. Let me know what moves you enjoyed. Let me know what moves you did not. And I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Holla.